Alright guys, I'm back with another chapter of Exodus. This one doesn't have a header. This continues from chapter 32, where the header was breaking the law. And so we're in chapter 33 of Exodus. I'm going to jump right into it. The Lord said to Moses, "Get going, you. Get going, you and the people you brought up from the land of Egypt. Go up to the land where I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I told them, I will give this land to your descendants. And I will send an angel before you to drive out the Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. Go up to this land that flows with milk and honey, but I will not travel among you, for you are a stubborn and rebellious people. If I did, I would surely destroy you along the way." When the people heard these stern words, they went into mourning and stopped wearing their jewelry and fine clothes, for the Lord had told Moses to tell them, "You are a stubborn and rebellious people. If I were to travel with you for even a moment, I would destroy you. Remove your jewelry and fine clothes while I decide what to do with you." So from the time they left Mount Sinai, the Israelites wore no jewelry or fine clothes. It was Moses' practice to take the tent of meeting and set it up some distance from the camp. Everyone who wanted to make a request to the Lord would go to the tent of meeting outside the camp. Whenever Moses went out to the tent of meeting, all the people would get up and stand in the entrances of their own tents. They would all watch Moses until he disappeared inside. As he went into the tent, the pillar of cloud would come down and hover at its entrance while the Lord spoke with Moses. When the people saw the cloud standing at the entrance of the tent, they would stand and bow down in front of their own tents. Inside the tent of meeting, the Lord would speak to Moses face to face, as one speaks to a friend. Afterward, Moses would return to the camp, but the young man who assisted him, Joshua son of Nun, would remain behind in the tent of meeting. One day, Moses said to the Lord, "You've been telling me, take these people up to the promised land, but you haven't told me whom you will send with me. You have told me, I know you by name, and I look favorably on you. If it is true that you look favorably on me, let me know your ways so I may understand you more fully and continue to enjoy your favor. And remember that this nation is your very own people." The Lord replied, "I will personally go with you, Moses, and I will give you rest. Everything will be fine for you." Then Moses said, "If you don't personally go with us, don't make us leave this place. How will anyone know that you've looked favorably on me, and me on your people, if you don't go with us? For your presence among us sets your people and me apart from all other people on the earth." The Lord replied to Moses, "I will indeed do what you have asked, for I look favorably on you, and I know you by name." Moses responded, "Then show me your glorious presence." The Lord replied, "I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will call out my name, Yahweh, before you. For I will show mercy to anyone I choose, and I will show compassion to anyone I choose. But you may not look directly at my face, for no one may see me and live." The Lord continued, "Look, stand near me on this rock, and my glorious presence passes by. I will hide you in the crevice of the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will remove my hand and let you see me from behind, but my face will not be seen." That's the end of chapter 33. I was going to ask a question, but I don't know if I answered it in my head before I asked it. Why can't people live and see the face of God? And when I thought about that, the first thing I wanted to think about is because sin can't live in the presence of God. And that kind of makes sense to me because he recognizes that we all have sin in our hearts, whether it's temptation or pride or all these things that we succumb to in the finite of our own flesh. So that actually kind of makes sense. So I guess I answered my own question before I even asked it. But I don't know, that's so interesting, because even though he recognizes that and still guards us from his own perfection, which is such an astute understanding of the world that he made, knowing that we can't even be in his presence till the law is fulfilled, till that we're seen as blameless because of the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. And so there's a lot to read between the lines in this passage, but I like it a lot. I think that I have some form of understanding simply because I'm seeking it, which is actually super encouraging. And so, yeah, no, I think I already answered my own question for this one. And so I'm just going to give you a smile and be thankful that I kind of had that thought process and recorded it, which is fantastic, to be able to reflect on that understanding at a later date. But no, that's fantastic. I think that is why that had to happen like that, and why we can't engage with him face to face, because we are full of sin and it can't be in his presence. And because he loves us, he hides his face, because until we are made blameless in the sacrifice of his son in that image, he loves us, and he has to even protect us from him in some capacity. On that note, have a good night. God bless. I love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll be back for chapter 34 of Exodus, where it reads a new copy of the covenant. Have a good night and God bless, guys.